Hey there, folks. The Scottsdale Travel Chick sidekick here to present our ultimate visitor guide to Lima, Peru. In this video, we'll cover all the top things you'll want to see and do in and around Lima, along with how best to get there and get around, the best times to visit, the best areas to stay, dining and nightlife tips, and more. With everything called out on maps, so you'll know exactly where things are at before you get there. Okay, let's go. Let's start with just a bit of background on Lima. Lima is the capital and largest city of Peru, and at over 10 million people, 1/3 of Peru's entire population lives in Lima, which makes Lima one of the largest cities in South America. Lima's history starts as far back as 3,500 BC, when indigenous civilizations were known to inhabit the area, much earlier than the famous Inca civilization, well known for their famous ruins around Peru. These famous Incas were actually still inhabiting Peru when the Spanish arrived in the mid-1500s. And the Spanish quickly conquered the Inca, mainly through the spread of European diseases, and established the Spanish capital in Lima in 1535. The Spanish maintained their dominance here for almost 300 years, until finally in 1821, Argentina's General José San Martin captured Lima from the Spanish and declared independence for Peru. Today, Lima may not be considered the most cosmopolitan or exciting city to visit, but it is the international gateway for everything in Peru. So some time in Lima will be unavoidable, even for tourists who intend to visit other areas like Machu Picchu, the Andes, the Amazon, or Lake Titicaca. But don't sell Lima short. There is certainly enough to do here to spend 3 or 4 days exploring and taking it all in, and we'll show you the top choices here in this video. How to get there and how to get around. Lima's airport is located in the central west portion of the city, approximately 14 miles or a 45-minute drive from the main tourist area of Miraflores to the south. Unfortunately, there are no convenient metro lines or bus routes from the airport, so the easiest way to get to your hotel from the airport is by using taxis or rideshare services. Both Uber and Cabify are available here, and we'd recommend those over a taxi. And once you've made it to your destination, Uber and Cabify are again the best way of getting around. The bus system or rental cars are simply a no for most tourists. Just don't bother. The best times to visit. For those coming from the US or anywhere in the Northern Hemisphere, the first thing to realize is that the seasons are reversed in Peru. Lima's summer months are from December to April, while their winter is from May to November. Summers are the busiest tourist season with the best weather, typically warm and dry, with highs in the 80s and lows in the 60s. The winter months are almost always overcast and hazy, but still reasonable, with little rain and highs typically in the 60s and lows in the 50s. Where to stay? To be honest, most of Lima is not that safe or simply not that desirable for tourists. The vast majority of tourists stay in one area, the Miraflores and Barranco neighborhoods. Beyond those 2 neighborhoods in that one area, there are a few more reasonable choices near the historical Old Town Center. These are the only 3 areas tourists should consider, and Miraflores is the best and most popular overall. Okay, with all that out of the way, let's get right into the top things to see and do. I'll group everything into 2 main areas: the historical Old Town, and the sister neighborhoods of Miraflores and Barranco. Although Lima is a huge city overall with many areas, these are the two main tourist districts and what I'll focus on in this guide. The colonial Old Town, or El Centro, is certainly Lima's highlight. It contains Lima's best preserved examples of Spanish colonial architecture and urban planning. And remember that the Spanish founded Lima back in 1535 and quickly grew it to become the wealthiest city in the Americas during the 1600s. Today, the historic Old Town district forms just a small part of Lima's sprawling city, but it's packed with many sites, all within walking distance, and it was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1988. We'll cover Lima's Old Town sites as you might do on your own walking tour. And we'll start off with Plaza Mayor, or Lima's main square. Known as the birthplace of Lima, this plaza features the oldest fountain in Peru at its center and is bordered by many iconic buildings. Perhaps the most impressive of these is the Lima Cathedral. It's a large Roman Catholic church built on the site of an older Inca shrine and palace, and its design and architecture are stunning and worth some time to admire. Next door and directly attached to the cathedral is the Archbishop's Palace of Lima, and it's still in use today by the Archbishop, and along with the cathedral, it is a key religious landmark in Lima. Next on the square is the massive Government Palace of Peru. This palace is the residence of Peru's president and features a daily changing of the guard ceremony. Finally, Lima's Municipal Palace is Lima's ornate city hall. It has seen many modifications over the centuries, leading to the neoclassical facade you see here today. Admire the outside, and if you'd like, check out the museum inside. It's worth a bit of your time. Once you've fully explored Plaza Mayor, walk one block behind the cathedral and check out Simon Boulevard Plaza, or Congress Square. It was here that José de San Martin declared Peru's independence in 1821, and today the buildings around the square are home to Peru's national government and Congress. One block away from this, you'll come to the impressive San Francisco Basilica and Convent. It's also located just a block behind Plaza Mayor, and this Baroque-style convent was built in the late 1600s and contains many rooms, including the very beautiful library with over 25,000 texts. But perhaps the biggest draw is its underground catacombs, where almost 30,000 bodies were laid to rest. Next up is the Iglesia de Santo Domingo. It's one of the earliest buildings constructed by the Spanish and another of Lima's famous religious sites. Destroyed multiple times over the centuries by earthquakes, this church played an important role in Lima's intellectual and cultural development and houses relics from 3 Catholic saints. San Agustin Church is perhaps the city's most striking example of Baroque architecture. Check out the impressive facade and then check out the 32 paintings of the life and works of St. Augustine inside. Now, head down the pedestrian-only street and take in the many people and the many sights along the way. The Church of La Merced is one along the way with its beautiful facade, and this Catholic church dates back to 1535. If you're interested, you can take a detour from Union Street 6 blocks east and check out Lima's Chinatown, or Barrio China. Most people who visit Lima don't realize that the Chinese community here is the largest minority group in Peru and the largest Chinese group in South America. Many Chinese first came to Peru during the 1800s as cheap labor and have now lived here for generations. It's a bit funny to look around and see many Peruvian locals who are actually very much Asian. If Lima's Chinatown is not your thing, continue to walk down the pedestrian-only street until it ends at Plaza San Martin, where you'll finish your historical Old Town tour on the square, which celebrates the 100-year anniversary of Peru's independence. On this square is also the historic Grand Hotel Bolivar, the first large modern hotel built in Lima to accommodate the wealthy and foreign dignitaries in the early to mid-1900s. Finally, if you happen to have some free time at night, I'll also recommend one more site close by the Old Town which you should consider. It's called the Magic Water Circuit, or El Circuito Mágico del Agua. And it's at the Exposition Park, and it's one of the largest animated water fountain complexes in the world. It features 13 fountains that glow and dance to music, ranging from Peruvian traditional music to pop contemporary. The shows are 25 minutes and take place 3 times a night, beginning at 7:15, 8:15, and 9:30. It's a really nice nighttime activity for families and couples. Next up is the second of Lima's top tourist areas, the Miraflores and Barranco neighborhoods. But before I get there, just a quick shout out that if you're enjoying this video, please give us a thumbs up, a comment to, or better yet, forward this video to some of your friends. And please consider subscribing to our channel to receive more fun, informative travel videos just like this one. And if you like this content, consider purchasing our electronic travel guide for Lima. It covers everything we mention here, and you can take it with you on your phone, use the internet links, and even print out a copy and take it with you while you make your own notes. Check our website link below the video to learn more. If Lima's historic city center represents the city's past, then Miraflores and Barranco neighborhoods represent Lima's present and future. We start our tour of this area at Kennedy Park. This is the central park for Miraflores and the hub for surrounding nightlife, shopping, and entertainment activities. It's a top nightlife area in all of Lima, and the park itself is a cool place to explore in the evenings with lots of people, food vendors, and performers. The other big attraction in Miraflores is the Clifftop Malecón or boardwalk. This long coastal path sits atop cliffs overlooking the Pacific Ocean and stretches for more than 6 miles. Ride a bike or walk till your heart's content, and be sure to take in a sunset. Here are just a few of the many sights to consider along this Malecón. Larcomar is a popular shopping and high-end entertainment center here, featuring bars, dance clubs, movie theaters, cafes, shops, and galleries. If you're an adrenaline junkie, you can also do paragliding over the cliffs by booking a flight with a local pilot available directly along the path. Of the many beaches below the cliffs, Playa Macaja is probably the best for relaxing and also beginner surfers. Just note, though, that all the beaches around Lima are not made of sand and quite rocky. There are many parks along the Malecón as well, but Love Park, or Park del Amor, is the most popular. And much of that is due to the famous kissing sculpture here, which is supposed to bring good luck if you kiss under it. Moving south down the Malecón, you will transition into the Barranco neighborhood. Here, Lima takes a bohemian turn, as this area has historically been known for artists, writers, and intellectuals. Here you'll find tree-shaded streets, colorful murals and street art, graceful colonial homes, and art galleries. Along with Miraflores, Barranco serves as a top area for foreigner-friendly nightlife. The Bridge of Sighs and the surrounding area is the primary site here. It's a 19th century wooden bridge that tradition says if you can hold your breath while crossing the entire bridge, your wish will come true. The scenic walkway descends below the bridge from the heart of Barranco to the Pacific Ocean, and it's lined with restaurants, bars, gardens, and also leads to 2 popular beaches. Finally, something a bit unique is that you don't have to go far to see an ancient pre-Inca ruin, as the Huacachina ruins are right in Miraflores. It's a large adobe and clay pyramid built around 500 AD, and it functioned as a temple and was used by elite clergymen who governed the area at the time. They have public and private tours available, and there's also a nice on-site restaurant overlooking the ruins. Finally, if you have even more time to see even more of Lima, I'll leave you with one more area much less well known to tourists: the Callao Port District. This area is the principal commercial port for the country, but there's one area worth seeing for tourists. It's a small waterfront park in Malacon along with a Spanish fort. The Malacona Beach are great here for people watching and taking in the sunsets, while the Real Felipe Fortress is also here. It was built in the 1700s to defend the Spanish against pirates. Finally, this Callao Port District is also where you can take day tours to the nearby Palomino Islands. It's a short boat ride that brings you to relatively abandoned islands with an abundance of sea lions and seabirds. And you can also spend some time on the island's beautiful Murto Beach, probably the best beach in the Lima area. Now, I'll finish off our guide with a bit on dining and local Lima specialties. Since the early 2000s, Lima has significantly grown its food scene to the point where Lima is now recognized as the culinary capital of the Americas. In fact, several of Lima's restaurants have been consistently recognized among the top 50 in the world, and one in Miraflores was even named the best restaurant in the world in 2023. I'll leave it to our viewers here to do the research on those, since most people who watch our channel know that we like to eat local when we travel. So in that respect, here are a few of the local specialties you should consider when you spend some time in Lima, or Peru in general for that matter. I bet you didn't know that Lima is the birthplace for ceviche. It is, and they have over 15 different types of ceviche to choose from. It's so popular that ceviche is the national dish of Peru. In terms of alcohol, the Pisco Sour is the national drink. It's made from a hearty brandy made from local grapes, which they call Pisco. But just be careful, the fresh and sweet taste goes down a little bit too easy. If alcohol is not your thing, then try Peru's favorite drink, Inca Kola. It's the most popular drink in Peru, and it's a bright yellow fruit-flavored drink that tastes a little bit like cream soda.
We're going to try Inca Kola, which is right here. I do not like that. No.
What's it taste like?
I don't know. It just does not taste. I don't like that. I don't like it.
Finally, a very unique Peruvian drink that I had never heard of is called Chica Morada. It's a dark purple non-alcoholic drink made by boiling purple corn with pineapple, cinnamon, cloves, and sugar. It's supposedly very healthy for you. And with that, my friends, we come to the end of our ultimate visitor guide to Lima, Peru. We hope you enjoyed. Did we miss any of your favorites, or do you have a secret tip you'd like to share with others? Please let us know in the comments sections below, And please consider subscribing to our channel for more fun, informative travel videos just like this one.
Until next time, see you later.